Well, guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. I had to get ready for the camera. Guys, I want to talk to you about a story that happened out there in San Antonio, Texas. Shout out San Antonio. This happened in the wee hours of this morning, 4 a.m. to be exact. And it's about this woman right here. This woman right here is 51-year-old Veronica Crow. She looked good to be 51. I'm keeping it real. Anyway, this woman out of San Antonio, Texas, this woman has been arrested for shooting her husband in the head while he slept because their marriage was supposedly about to end. Now, breaking up with somebody is something hard, and a marriage is hard, especially when you accumulated assets and you grew together with each other, and sometimes that's the only life you know. It's hard to, start over from being, mentally entrenched and invested in the lives of somebody else besides yourself, growing together. And it makes it all that much harder when there's a hint of rejection or people decide to split up. Now, this lady and this man is survived by an adult son. And she shot this man while he was sleeping. The victim, his name is Damian Crow. He's 48 years old. Take a look at this news article, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about it.
Man is dead after a shooting in a Northwest Side neighborhood. It happened around 4 this morning in a neighborhood near 1604 and Kyle Seal Parkway. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says the man's wife is now facing a murder charge. KENS 5's Vanessa Croy has the details on the case.
The sheriff says the couple was nearing the end of their marriage when this morning the wife shot and killed her husband while he was still asleep. No. A wife accused of a cold-blooded murder.
Do you have anything to say?
Veronica Crow had nothing to say as deputies hauled her off to jail. According to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, the 51-year-old woman shot and killed her husband early this morning. Deputies got a call just before 4 a.m. reporting a shooting.
We believe the victim was asleep, and we believe that the suspect came and shot him for whatever reason while he was in his sleep.
When deputies got to the home off the 8400 block of Pico de Aguila, they found 49-year-old Damian Crow, who'd been shot in the head. He died on the scene. Sheriff Javier Salazar says the couple was ending their marriage, the only motive investigators have uncovered.
But no actual reports of any sort of violence between them up until this situation this morning.
It's really, really sad to hear that this happened.
Neighbors here still in shock.
This type of thing is very, very unusual.
This morning, neighbors say their quiet street turned into a crime scene.
Only when it's right down the street from home. I mean, it's very, very scary that anything like this can happen. It's very scary.
The sheriff says the couple has one adult child, now left without a father, and a mother in jail facing a murder charge. Reporting at the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, Vanessa Croy, KENS 5.
All right, guys, that's the story of what happened to Mr. Damian Crow, where may he rest in peace. His wife, Veronica Crow, couldn't let go. She took his life while he slept, shot him in the head. Now, police are saying that the case is very clear cut. I guess she must have admitted to it. She's in custody, charged with her husband's murder. And this is sad, man. It is. Because I was looking at this house that they had and, assets that they accumulated. I don't know what her role was in the house with, accumulating such assets. But see, a lot of times, man, when you go through divorce, it's the assets that cause a lot of friction, more or less than, the love. Or a lot of times it's the fear of uncertainty of what comes next after building your life with somebody. This case right here, man, is really crazy. And then it's scary too, because usually you see a lot of stories I do, it'd be the man that act the fool. She did some slick shit. He was asleep. She blasted him, showed him the flowers, you know what I'm saying? And then the thing that's another thing that's crazy about this, guys, I want you to pay attention. I don't know when it comes to these two people. I don't know who was at fault, because if you notice, when they took her out and they put in the car, she was saying, no, no, no. And then she flopped in the car like a little kid. Sometimes when people commit crimes that are crazy, in the heat of, them being upset or, just upset, turned up. Once that adrenaline come down and the reality is exposed of what they actually did, they get into a childlike state, and it seemed like she looked like that. I don't know what got them to that point, but I mean, at certain times, all marriages hit rough patches. A lot of times, man, for a lot of times from the way I, see things, which I'm not always right. When it comes to marriage, people will go all out not to look like a failure. Because once the marriage is failed, somebody takes the weight of such failure. See, a guy, and I look at it from a guy's standpoint. A guy looks at it like, okay, we get divorced, I can move on, I can start my life over. But a lot of women are not in that position or feel as though they don't want to be in that position. You see what I'm saying? And guys too. But this should have never came to be. They got a grown son. It's not like, she could have started her life. I mean, she's an attractive woman. I mean, in my opinion. And I'm sure the guy, it had to be something for both of them to say, okay, this is it. So I guess they had both admitted the Splitsville. You don't turn around and while the man's sleeping, take advantage of. That's the part that's crazy and that's scary. Remember back in the day, women be like, yo, don't go to sleep. You do something to a woman, don't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And look what happened. Testament to it, what was said. Either way, man, this lady messed her life up, took the life of this guy. Sometimes there are people out here that can't see you with anybody else because they know the quality you bring, even though a lot of people are not appreciative to it. And that goes for males and females. You know what I'm saying? We look at a lot of stories when people are not married, right? And I broke this down before from a male standpoint of how males get all aggressive and try to, hurt women or kill women. And a lot of times it ain't because they're breaking up with them. Well, it is because they're breaking up with them, but it represents a safety line that a lot of these dudes, especially bum ass dudes, have to where the success for them is attached to you because of their parasitic nature. Meaning you date a guy, he lives in your house, he uses your car to go to work back and forth, got a job, and this and that. When things don't go right and you want to break it off, all of a sudden you're indebted to him in his mind because if you break up with him, everything he's gotten since he's been with you falls apart. You can't get to work because you can't use your car. And you got nowhere to live because you kicking him out your house. And all of a sudden, the anger and stuff is turned against you. And this goes with guys too. I done dated plenty of chicks that talk the game, good game, but wind up being bum chicks sitting around. See, a man need more than just hold, you know what I'm saying? And a pretty face ain't gonna keep you. That's why a lot of times you see a lot of these young people now on Instagram trying to make themselves look prettiness. They got the whole equation all totally screwed up. After a while, people get complacent with the way you look. After a while, they don't see it no more. They only see the negative that you bring and the uselessness that comes with it. The days of trophy wives are over. You know what I'm saying? People that have trophy wives are men that just want to have somebody on their arm at cocktail dinners and gatherings for high society type jobs they had, that let's just go to these parties and have somebody on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Either way, man, I mean, this is messed up. I started rambling. I'm sorry about that. But, man, they couldn't have came to another resolution besides that you killed the man in his home. No excuse for that. Here's another thing. A lot of people are like, I never thought this would happen in our neighborhood. Welcome to America, because nowadays it happens everywhere. So people need to stop saying it. It sounds stupid on TV. You do. Criminals are coming to nice neighborhoods to tear shit up. Come on, let's get real here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Unfortunate turn of events for this man. You know what I'm saying? He deserves to breathe air just like she does, whether she's in jail or not. You know what I'm saying? She need to be shown the flowers too. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.